Ladies and gentlemen, each year the Utah High School Activities Association has sponsored an academic all-state team to recognize those young women who have excelled in the classroom, as well as in competition. The Deseret News has joined with the UHSAA as title sponsor for this prestigious award. To view this year's Volleyball Academic All-State winners, please visit UHSAA.org or visit the Deseret News website to find a complete list of our volleyball recipients. Now, direct your attention to the championship court. Representing the Athletic Director's Executive Committee is Pam Olson, Athletic Director at Hunter High School. This year, the Utah Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association is awarding a top varsity team GPA for each classification in sport. The top team GPA for the 2018-19 season for 5A volleyball with an overall team GPA of 3.90 is Brighton High School. Congratulations, Brighton, on being the 5A volleyball academic state champion. On behalf of the Utah High School Activities Association, welcome to Utah Valley University for the Mountain America Credit Union 5A Volleyball Championship, featuring the Skyridge Rockets and the Springville Red Devils. Welcome now. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the flag ceremony which is being presented this evening by the cheerleaders of Skyridge and Springville. At this very moment, members of the United States Armed Forces, including some from Utah communities, protect our freedom as we enjoy this match. We pause to honor those men and women and honor this nation. Please join us now as we listen to our national anthem, which will be sung by Brooklyn Booth of Skyridge High School.
And bright stars through the perilous
And now, let's meet the non-starters for tonight's match. First of all, welcome the designated visiting team, the Skyridge Hawkins. Number 6, Ellie Slater. Number 10, Kate Jensen. Number 11, Lexi Greenwood. Number 12, Jelena Ducia Sena. Number 15, Emma Meyer. Number 16, Annie Taylor. Number 22, Alyssa Enderton. Number 23, Caitlin Rupp. Number 24, Ava Sling. Number 25, Rose Moore. And now let's meet the non-starters for the designated home team, the Springville Red Devils. Number 8, Medina Strong. Number 13, Avery Pritchard. Number 14, Madison Bennington. Number 15, Akela Mabai. Number 17, Evie Hopkinson. Number 20, Gracie Thorpe. Number 22, Emma Schultz. And number 25, Ramsey Farr. And now, let's welcome the starting lineups and coaching staffs for the championship 5A match. For Skyridge, a senior, number 2, Tylee Fuller. For Springville, a senior, number 3, Sonny Mama. For Skyridge, a junior, number 4, Chelsea Greenwood. For Springville, a sophomore, number 4, Sammy Perry. For Skyridge, a senior, number 8, Caitlin Stendenberg. And for Springville, a sophomore, number 5, Sage Leonard Coughlin. For Skyridge, a senior, number 13, Shigley Duff. For Springville, a junior, number 7, Janessa Crystal. For Skyridge, a senior, number 14, Alice Ellsworth. For Springville, a senior, number 9, Alyssa Strong. For Skyridge, a junior, number 19, Kirsty Strong. For Springville, a senior, number 11, Sunny Perry. For Skyridge, a senior, number 20, Kennedy Christensen. And for Springville, a senior, number 19, Madison Mitchell. The coaching staffs. First of all, for Skyridge, head coach is Deanna Meyer, assisted by Emma Burgess, Camry Williamson, Jim Hartman, Jordan Hyatt, and Sammy Meyer. The managers are Tyler Rollins, Caleb Klein, Jake Webb, Lonnie Jagannathi, and Roman Ruito. Zach statistician is J.D. Holmes. For Springville, head coach is Ellie Williams, assisted by Jimmy Grimble. The principal is Dr. Everett Kelly Bull. Principal for Skyridge is Joel Perkins. And now let's meet the officials for tonight's championship match. The referees are Harry Hatch and Wendy Chandler. The linesmen are Heather Clark and Kaylee Reagan. Tonight's scorer is Patty Bagley. The timer is Paul Merrill. And the libero tracker is Julie Seeley. Let's play volleyball.
Welcome into the UCCU Center, the site of the 2018 5A Volleyball Championship match. On live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart at Deseret News Rewind with you. Skyridge taking on Springville. Just like the 6A championship match, region foes doing battle.
Yeah, Dustin, just like the 6A match, one team had won every match that year, that being Skyridge. They've swept 3-0, 3-0 in both the games where they played Springville. But Springville, look, Dustin, they beat West, who won Region 6. They beat Corner Canyon, who won Region 7. Those were the quarters and the semis for Springville. Hey, can they knock off the third straight region champion here in the state championship? You could argue they're maybe playing the best volleyball they have all year long.
Absolutely. When you take a look at the Springville Red Devils and what according to the stats that have been in, you got 3 girls that all have over 120 kills on the year, led by Strong, who has 130, or pardon me, led by Perry, who has 142. Strong has 137, and then Perry has 123.
Yeah, Sunny Perry and Callista Strong, the 2 seniors, have certainly been some of the leaders, but Sammy Perry as well, just a sophomore, an outside hitter. Look, they're going to have to find ways to beat Skyridge at the net in order to win this state championship, but I mean, those 3 are really going to have to have huge nights tonight for the Red Devils.
Yeah, because when they're looking at 2 other outside hitters, in the junior in Greenwood, 227 kills on the year coming in, and then Christensen has a 219.
Yeah, and you know, one of the other notes, Caitlin Standiford, Dusty, did a game earlier this year, and Coach Meyer, in her opinion, now I know this is one of her players, she said, look, Standiford may be the best setter in the entire state. That's a pretty bold comment to make, right? Because volleyball in Utah is pretty doggone good.
Yeah.
But Standiford has that ability. She's been solid for them. You mentioned Greenwood and Christensen. Dusty, this Skyridge team is incredibly difficult. We did a match earlier this year against Pleasant Grove. They held their own in that match. And so this is a team that would certainly be capable of competing at the 6A level in the 5A classification. It's the reason why, 1, they won Region 8, and 2, they were the favorite in this tournament coming in.
We are set and ready to go. Skyridge in the orange, Springville in the blues. Nothing quite like the state championship match, doesn't matter what the sport is.
Almost looks like a Brighton practice out there, huh?
This should be a fun one. We had the 6A championship game ended. It was a sweep for Lone Peak, their 3rd straight over Pleasant Grove, 4th on the season, but 3 straight state championships taken. And we are underway in the 5A championship match, and that opening serve right into the net, and it's 1-0 Skyridge, side out. Not the way you want things to start, obviously, needless to say. Set to the far side, big swing and long. Side out to Springville as we are now tied at 1 apiece, and I believe that was Greenwood. There was long on that swing. Here are the Red Devils on the serve. Off the back line, Elise Ellsworth with the first kill of the match. It's 2-1, side out Falcons.
So important for Springville to have a positive start to this match, be able to hang around here in the early goal and get some confidence. We saw PG fall behind early on and had a nice response in the second set in that 6A state championship, Dusty, but it just wasn't enough. And Springville, right now, matching point for point. It's so important for them to be able to do that here early on.
So now off the side out, it's 2-2. And that serve is long. So both these teams a little erratic to get started. First championship matches, and there's always so much energy spent. I talk about that all the time in these games that, you know, the first few minutes it's just hard to get your wits about you. And now that serve goes long. So errors all around, and we're tied at 3. As Kylie Folder comes on for Skyridge, the libero, and go right at her. But Skyridge's going to be able to play this one back in. Set near side, off the block, and a point is Edie Hopkins with the kill.
Dusty, there was a great story on Deseret News earlier this year about Fuller. we'll talk about that more or later in this broadcast, but the libero has done a little bit of everything in her career as a Skyridge volleyball player.
Set right behind her and a big swing and point for Annie Taylor. And we're tied at 4, side out to Skyridge.
Great hit that time by Taylor, setting it down the line and able to catch Springville cheating inside a little bit.
It was a terrific pass to set up for the set. And now the serve long, still just, you feel the energy right now from Skyridge. Well, both these teams just a little amped up to get started. 5-4 Springville. There's a set, nice dig on the back line there by the Red Devils. Left-handed swing and a kill for Springville.
Might have been Sonny Perry.
Numbers are hard to read from as far as we are. Yeah, it looks like number 11. And it's now 6-4 Red Devils. Oh, nice read in the middle of the floor.
And that's some of that experience. I mean, Stanford, look, we talk about her ability to set. And that time, Dusty able to just recognize there's a hole in the middle of the defense, just touch it over. It's a senior playing like a senior there in a state championship.
Nice touch over and point. Again, hard to see the numbers, and Springville maintained that 2-point lead, 7-5. Quick set, big swing, and long. And it's now 8-5 in favor of Springville.
That one a little tough. Set up a little away from the net. Didn't get great elevation on it, so having to try to loft it instead of really power it down to the floor doesn't work out well for the Falcons there.
Set to the far side and long again. So now 9-5 in favor of Springville. And give credit to the Coach Meyer letting them play through it a little bit here.
Yeah, Springville's come out, Dusty, ready to play.
And you talked about earlier, they're playing their best volleyball of the year. So much momentum right now. It's a nice dig. Set it back up, back line shot. And wow. Springville able to rally on that one. So I was sure I was getting ready to call a point. And now a big swing, and there's a kill. And I believe that was Greenwood with the point there, side out, 9-6.
Great hustle there from Springville. I thought they were going to save it. Nearly did.
They hit it over, and now Skyridge just able to keep that one alive. Nice dig. Swing from the back line and long. Timeout on the floor, 10-6 Springville.
The shirt stuff creates and designs the highest quality custom apparel in the state of Utah. The UHSAA company is looking for quality screen printing, embroidery, or promotional products. Be sure to reach out to the Fort 6 shirt staff. Low-back chocolate milk is a natural for post-exercise recovery. It has what it takes to help you replenish your hydration. And it tastes great too.
Out of the timeout, 10-6 Red Devils. Sits out far side, nice dig. Springville able to rally. There's a swing into the net and a point to Skyridge. That was hard to see from this side. It looked like it came back on this side of the net.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what side it came down on, but it was a nice job of Springville at the net, just not quite close enough.
Nice set, but then again, a little off the mark, and it's now back to a 4-point advantage for the Red Devils. Set to that far side, off the top of the block. Springville able to keep it alive. They have scrambled so well. Another big swing off that far side and dug by the Red Devils. They set near side. A dig there from Skyridge, and then just that set was off the mark from Standiford. And now a 5-point lead for Springville.
You know, Dusty, one of the things we talked about, did a game earlier this year, Skyridge against Pleasant Grove. One of the reasons why you play those games is to give your team some adversity. Skyridge has had adversity. You look at the semifinal, they lost the first set of that match to Box Elder before coming back and winning that. So Coach Meyer very confident in her team's ability to fight through some of these things. But the longer you let Springville hang in it, the more they can start to believe and gain some confidence.
Absolutely. Fuller with the set. And that is dug out by Springville. Now backline swing. Handled nicely. Standiford quick set and then a little short as Ellsworth goes long on the swing, and it's now 13-7 in favor of Springville as they'll continue to look to extend this lead in rally scoring.
You'd mentioned our angle here a little different than what we've been accustomed to all year long, but again, that time it feels like Skyridge a little further back from the net, having to lob some of those kill shots rather than being able to actually come down and through the ball to the floor. It's been a big point here in this first set for Springville.
Springville now doubling up Skyridge. As everything's gone the way of the Red Devils. What's now coming on is Caitlin Rupp in favor of Elise Ellsworth, or Alice. Set to that far side, big swing, and buries it.
Nice job by Taylor that time. Able to, again, get that ball on a more downward trajectory off of the hit. Side out.
Annie Taylor with the kill. And we got a lift. Or a double hit that they got there. It's a double hit. Set to the near side. Nice swing, held up. Nice job by Standiford. Nice job of being able to rally. That's nice job to try to keep that one alive from Springville, but lofted right at the net and put away by Skyridge. Now the Falcons on a 3-0 run. And within 4.
I think it was Kennedy Christensen, Dusty, who was keenly aware right at the net. Able to touch it over. A nice run here.
Net violation. So, point to Springville and side out to the Red Devils. As Ellsworth comes back in. Oh, beautifully done. When it's in rhythm, there's not much you're going to do. Annie Taylor buries that kill. And Skyridge looking for a little bit of momentum.
And Annie Taylor, just a sophomore, Dusty. Got a couple more years here, but you see already she's been the most consistent Skyridge Falcon in this championship match.
And the pass was not handled well there by Springville on the serve. Now a 3-point advantage for the Red Devils. As the serve will continue for Shaylee Cuff.
Nice run being put on here by the Falcons, clawing back in this one.
Or check that, that's Ellsworth. Off the block and down. Nicely done by Springville as they get the side out and go back up by 4.
So what kind of run can Springville put together? I mean, Dusty, you think of the first 15 points or so of this set, so many of them off of unforced errors. Skyridge starting to get in that feel, that rhythm a little bit. What can Springville do now to attack for points rather than being gifted?
Well, right now you got to keep the ball away from Annie Taylor. Because they're just feeding it right to her, and she's now finding a rhythm. And you're right. I mean, the way you play these, play volleyball, it's every 5 points, you kind of break the match up into 5 sections. And how many of those 5 sections can you win? as that serve goes long. And Springville goes back up 4. So Callista Strong comes on for Coach Williams. Nice job of keeping that one alive on the rally. Set near side, long swing. And it's back to 3 points, and Skyridge will have the serve. As Christensen's on the serve for the Falcons. Try to touch that one over the line right there for Skyridge. Now try to swing from the back line. Nice read and down. Skyridge within 2.
And you start to see the energy pick up for the Falcons here a little bit, both on the court, on the bench, and the fans as well.
Pretty good crowd on hand here tonight. And again, that pass right back at the net. Swing from the back line and wide from Christensen.
Good idea to try to play it along that sideline. Had some space there, but just a little long.
Christensen handles it. Go far side. Try to tip one over. Nice job of getting to the ball there. I believe it was Perry that got that first one. And then the short set and the kill for Kirsty Strong. Tylee Fuller on the serve now for the Falcons. That one just died there, and then mishandled on the pass by Cuff, and side out to Springville.
Would be huge for Springville to take this first set, huh? They haven't
Absolutely.
won a set against Skyridge all year long in their 2 region matches.
And that serve is in. I thought off her hand it was going to be long as well. That ball just dived right in there. And it's now back to a 4-point lead. As Lexi Greenwood comes back on. Now just getting it over. Set near side. Off the block and a point for Springville. How about that? Now up by 5, 21-16. Timeout on the floor. Springville leads by 5 in set number 1 in the 2018 5A State Championship.
The Desert Foods sponsors the team trophies for all of our UHSAA championships. Be sure to save your seats for the awards presentation to be held immediately following tonight's match. Remember, remain in your seats. Do not come onto the floor for the awards presentation. Thank you. You will be allowed on the floor following the presentation of the trophy.
Out of the timeout. To Skyridge. Stop the bleeding. Off the swing. And there's a point you're looking for. Went off the top of the block there. It's a 4-point game. A 4-point set. As Skyridge trying to see when they climb in here in the first set. It's been dominated by Springville. Aided by some Skyridge miscues at the start of it. As Taylor goes off the top of the block. Out there by the Red Devils. And can Fuller get to it? It wouldn't matter. How about it? Springville responds. And now go back up 5, 22-17.
Do you want to go diving on a concrete floor?
No.
Yeah. Good effort there by Fuller.
Championship meant something. Yeah,
right.
Okay, I would do it. As that one goes into the net on the serve. So service there goes to Skyridge. That's something that Springville has not done in this set day. And they're getting a lot of free points away off of serves.
Yeah, early on there were a couple, right? But I think they settled into this much quicker than Skyridge. You're right, and they've taken advantage of that.
Set near side. Standiford with the dig, and now that one goes back line and was not handled by Springville. And I believe the kill will be credited to Kirsty Strong. No, it's not 19. That's what I got here
14.
in a minute.
It might be Ellsworth.
Goes into the net. So service there from Chelsea Greenwood. And it's Springville now 2 points away from taking the set. Taylor, nicely done by the block on the front line. Try to touch that one over, and it's it's wide, and it'll be a point for Springville, now looking to take the set. Greenwood sends it here near side. Taylor will get a swing on it, and she's wide. And the first set goes to Springville. The first set they've taken from Skyridge this season. They get the first one, 24-19. We'll be back with the second set right after this. You're watching the 2018 5A State Championship. Welcome back inside the UCCU Center. Start of the second set. Springville leads 1-0 in the 5A State Championship. And able to rally there. Keep his point alive. And the swing is long from Greenwood. And first point goes to Springville.
Dustin, you have a better memory than I do, and also a better feeling for this. Does this feel a little bit like Box Elder Bountiful last year?
I waited to find out what happened.
All right, all right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't want to jinx it.
Right.
because last year, if you remember, Bountiful won every set in the regular season against Box Elder. Got the state championship match, and Box Elder absolutely dominated that match. We kept waiting for Bountiful to show up. We kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and they never did. Yeah, it feels a lot like that. It's just amazing that 2 straight years that it was all regions.
Right.
Region 5 and Region 4 last year, Region 7 and Region 4 this year.
Region 8.
Or probably Region 8, Region 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, all Utah County, by the way. And Springville now up 2-1 here. And a great serve. Hard to see the number here for Springville. I believe it's number 9, Callista Strong. That was a beautiful serve. Springville now up 3-1. A sidewinder handled by Fuller. And into the block, and a point for Christensen.
Into the match, number 19, Kirsty Strong.
Kirsty Strong comes on now. 3-2 in favor of the Red Devils. Ellsworth on the serve. That was Sunny Perry on the swing. And now Taylor, and she's long, and it's 4-2 Red Devils.
Yeah, she knew that the moment she hit it, but she's been the best offensive player today for Skyridge. I continue to go back to 16 and try to utilize her to help get the offense going a little bit.
That pass went right to the net. Nice job of keeping that one alive. As Perry goes off the top of the block, Fuller keeps it up. Nicely done there by Christensen, her second point of the set. And it's 4-3, side out, Skyridge.
Not the most libero-looking play that time from Fuller, but hey, sometimes you just do what you got to do to stay alive, right? And a nice job with the overhand of keeping that ball in play by Fuller and allowing her offense to help score the point for Skyridge.
Set near side, Perry off the block. Nicely done by Skyridge. Here's one at the net, quick set, touch over. The initial block doesn't count as a hit. Nice job of keeping this one up, nice rally. Handled in the back line, nice play over the top. As Standiford read that one well, and it's 4-4.
Dusty, was a very similar point in that first set where it felt like Skyridge was starting to settle in, starting to feel that way now. Can they maintain that? Or can Springville turn this momentum back to their side?
Strong has touch over on that set, was going right to the net. Now goes swinging Gate, and that's off the block and a point for Skyridge. And they take a 5-4 lead.
Lexi Greenwood on the service. She's been good today on the serve.
Nice serve, just dove out of the sky. And a big swing there from Sunny Perry. And we're tied at 5, side out Springville.
Not much Chelsea Greenwood could do there. That one came up on her quickly. Tried to give it the old good fashioned try, but good kill shot there from the Red Devils.
Christensen dug out there by Perry. Now backline swing from Perry, and again, the heat-seeking missile is on target. And it's 6-5 Red Devils.
Nice response here from Springville, Dusty. We mentioned the momentum, energy picking up for Skyridge, and great back-to-back kills from Springville.
And they go back line, and how about this for the Red Devils? They respond well, and they now lead 7-5. This goes to show why I think it's so impressive that Lone Peak has been able to win against PG as much as they have.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult to do that. They beat PG 4 times this year, but for Skyridge to beat Springville 3 times this year, it's not easy. Not an easy thing to do. A bunch of teenagers trying to make sure that they don't think too far ahead of themselves. But that's at any level. That one's in the block, and Skyridge able to get it down, and that's a nice 2-0 run and ties us up at 7.
You know, we were talking with Coach Carlson after the game, and I kept thinking to myself, you know, there's an adage in football, right? It's hard to beat a good team twice, and then when you beat them twice, it's hard to beat a good team 3 times. We never talk about it's hard to beat a good team 4 times, but Lone Peak had that down this year. You're right, it speaks to the stability and the excellency of what has been built there at Lone Peak.
Oh, nice touch over and the point for Skyridge. Double hit there on Springville, and it's 8-7 Skyridge. That made me think of the '94 Raiders who beat the Broncos 4 times. It's a good year. Off the top of the block, the Springville able to scramble, get that one back. Swinging gate again off the top of the block, and again Springville able to dig it out. Go back line, held up well. Big swing and another dig. Rally continues. Back line. Get it over and double hit. What a rally, and Springville able to get the win. And now tied at 8.
You know, Dustin, I've got a friend, Tom. He's not going to like that reference that you just spit out there.
I'm sure he wasn't a Bronco fan then. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. 8-8. Nice play. Heads up play, and it's 9-8 now in favor of the Red Devils. Well done there by Mave. Off the top of the tape. And able to get it down.
Why not, right?
Sometimes things are just going your way, and right now that is how things are rolling in the 5A championship for Springville. That pass not handled very well. Fuller does get it over. Far side, back line. Fuller double hit. No net violation. And now Springville with a 3-point lead.
Once again, you start to see the response of the Red Devils start to create some separation here. Skyridge needs a side out soon.
It's definitely feeling like that bountiful Box Elder match from a year ago. Down goes in the net, 11-9.
Into the match, number 14, Alice Ellsworth.
Fuller will be on the service here for Skyridge. Dusty, a converted outside hitter to libero, taking over for her team in her senior year. A hole on the team. Said, hey, we really need you to stand up, be our libero, and she has converted to that role and done a really nice job in her time here at Skyridge.
Shots wide, and Springville now goes back up 3, 12-9. Quick set in the middle of the floor. Handled well by the block. Forward with the dig. Go back line, nice read. And now 12-10, side out to Skyridge.
Good response here for the Falcons.
Give them that, they have responded.
Yep.
Great dig. That was by Loveland. And that one is long, and luckily Loveland didn't touch that. She gave an effort. No, she did touch it, so give the point to Skyridge, 12-11.
Yeah, because she clapped her hands like, darn it. And so I was a little confused there about the response, but pieces fitting together there.
If you want to know about points, just look at Coach Ellie Williams. You'll know points and everything else by her reaction. 13-11 Springville after that serve went long. Nice job of keeping on this side of the net. And it's wide. And now Skyridge within a point. 13-12. Put that one at the net, off the block, and Springville back up to 14-12. Side out, Red Devils. And the pass off the mark. And how about that? Springville pushes it right back up to 3, 15-12.
Now we talk about Skyridge being able to respond, but Springville's had an answer for every Skyridge response, Dusty. It's like Skyridge will get close, and Springville just extends it right back out, and doing so again here.
Set it right at the net, and that one's in. Nicely done by Kennedy Christensen. Sign out to the Falcons.
Beautifully placed shot right in that back corner. Not much Springville could do there. (15-13) here in the second set.
Swing off the top there by Perry. Nice dig. Go to the far side, and that one's in. Springville back up 3. Just continue to answer the bell, do the Red Devils.
Talk about the job that Coach Williams has done. Dusty, so difficult, I would think, as a coach, to get your team prepared, going against a team that you haven't won a set against. And this Red Devil team, they look prepared and focused here today.
And they have scrambled. Point again.
Yep.
Perry into the block, and nice job by that front. Could not get that one through Strong and Christensen. Side out to Skyridge.
Great presence at the net there by Strong, able to block that one, send it right back.
If you're just joining us, it's Springville 1-0. Midway through the second set. Red Devils with a 2-point lead. Off the block, and it's wide. And it's a point to the Red Devils. And they go back up 3. They have won, and when I talk about it, you break it up into 5 sets here. When you go to 25, and each 5, Springville's won every one of them. Nice swing and a great dig by Loveland. We got a net violation. Oh no, double hit. So double hit, and it'll go back to Skyridge, 17-15. Perry. Greenwood couldn't keep that on the other side of the net. Through the block, you got a bunch of orange jerseys there, and the point will go to the Red Devils.
How about the ability of Sunny Perry, Dusty? I mean, we've seen her take a couple of hits from off the net, and has done a great job of being able to get those down and force some pressure on the Skyridge defense.
Perry with the dig. Go far side into the block, and once again, it's Christensen and Strong, I believe, combining for that one. And it's side out to Skyridge. Fuller now on serve. And that one is long, and point to Springville, saying went off the block. Thought the same thing initially. Head linesman was right there, and he looked to the back, which I was a little surprised by.
Yeah.
That was right in front of him. Greenwood, dug by Perry. Perry from the back line. And that thing had a lot of top spin and dove right in there. And how about Springville? 5 points away to going up 2-0. Timeout on the floor. You're watching the 5A State Championship on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. out of the timeout. Springville 5 points away from taking a 2-0 lead. Skyridge trying to put the halts on this as Perry goes back line, dug by Fuller. Greenwood touches it over. Go back far side. And nice job again. That front line doing a nice job here for Skyridge, as it was Standiford and Ellsworth combining on that block, and it's 20-17.
This is where Skyridge needs to make their run. They come out of a timeout. They trail by 3. You can't keep trading points for points. This is where they got to put it together.
Here's their chance. Taylor dug well by Perry, and it was wide on the point, and the Skyridge gets the point within 2.
Boy, and they almost shot themselves in their own foot there,
did.
Dusty. You got to be a little careful. Good alertness there by Taylor, but the support nearly ended in disaster.
Go far side, off the block, rallying it around. See if they go back to Perry. No, try to set that one over. Greenwood goes far side, Taylor off the block. It goes right back to Greenwood and handled once again by Springville. Quick set off the top of the block and down. How about that rally?
Mavae? Help me out. Number 3 for Springville.
They're saying Mavae, I believe, or something. Mavae, yeah.
What a job she did that time, Dusty. Multiple times where Skyridge is trying to take advantage of Springville being out of position. Every time she's able to block it right at the net and keep it alive.
Perry gonna have to take this one from the back line. Fuller there to dig it. Bring it near side, off the top of the block. And it's Annie Taylor with the point. Pulls Skyridge back within 2, and they've been within 2 a couple times and just been unable to get back into it. It was tied at 8. They have not been tied since.
Have they led in this second set?
They did early.
Okay.
And there was the ace. And so now the second 5 points, it's +1 to Skyridge in the 5th breakup of those 5 points. And now the service there into the net, and it's 22-20.
Can Springville put away this second set? This is a huge string of points in this game.
Fuller with the dig. Taylor off the top of the block. Perry able to keep that one alive. Nice job by Skyridge's front. Taylor touches it over. And again, Springville able to get to the dig. Near side, big swing from Christensen. And it's a 1-point set once again.
Well, give credit to Sage Loveland, the libero for Springville, did a fantastic job of keeping that alive. But in the end, Skyridge able to put the offense together. Can they tie it up here?
Ellsworth on the serve. Far side, nice job again by that was Strong and Taylor. Oh, nice dig as well. Scrambling at the net. Can Taylor get it over? She cannot. And Springville now up 23-21.
I'm not sure if there's a formal petition, but if there was one, Meyer's trying. Arguing there. I'm not sure if she thought there was a net infraction or what, but she was asking the referee for something, and she'll take the timeout instead.
Timeout, Skyridge. Springville up 23-21 in the second set. 23-21, Springville trying to take a 2-0 lead as it'll now be set point as that goes right into the net. Springville looking to take a stranglehold on this match. Loveland on the serve. Taylor extends it by another point.
She's had about enough of that, huh?
Right.
Going to come off on the sub, but right now, potentially, and not to overstate things, this championship match may be hanging on the shoulders of Lexi Greenwood. Tough to go down 2-0.
Right now, just put it in play.
Right.
This isn't about finding aces. This is about just keeping the ball in play. Loveland, a little bit of a journey here as that's wide, and now a 1-point match. Skyridge can pick up a point. It'll be the first of 26. Got to win by 2. But again, Greenwood just keep the ball in play. Loveland, wow, that ball just dove on her. There's a chance for Skyridge. Can we get tied at 24? Big swing. Christensen got it down. Hanging by the hair. Hanging by a hair. I don't want to say chinny chin chin. That's not right. 24 all. Timeout Springville. Second set can go to 26. We do a lot of boys sports, so it could go on that one. 24 all. First one, we got to win by 2 here in the second set. Skyridge trying to even it up. Trailing 1-0. And it's wide. Set point, Skyridge.
We've mentioned it. Springville's answered every run. Can they find a way to claw a point here and get the side out?
Perry goes back line. Loveland now set up Perry. He was off the spot, into the net, and Skyridge evens us up at a set apiece. We're back with a third set. Right after this, you're watching the 5A Championship on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com.
Remember, fans, remain in your seats for our Deseret News Team Trophy presentation. Do not come onto the floor during the trophy presentation. Spectators will be allowed on the court following the awards ceremony. Get $75 when you open a My Style checking account at Mountain America Credit Union. With My Style checking, you'll earn rewards like gift cards, cashback, event tickets, and more. For details, visit mecu.com.
Welcome back inside the UCCU Center, tied at 1 set apiece. Springville was down 23-19, able to come back and get that set 26-24.
Yeah, great run by the Falcons there. Dusty Skyridge able to come back. I mean, really, if Springville's able to get those final 2 points, I think this match is heavily in their favor. Instead, you see a great response from Skyridge, and hey, now we've got ourselves a state championship match going on. Be interesting to see how Springville comes out in this 3rd set and how Skyridge does as well. Does that momentum carry over?
Yeah, because, I mean, you look at it, it's almost curtains.
Yeah.
You're down 2 sets to none. I mean, you have to be battling, get that one back. Standiford, nice set. And a great job once again, Springville. They've done this a lot. They've just scrambled to keep points alive. Back row from Christensen, dug out well by Springville. Man alive, just keeping this one going. Wow. Perry got it. Said it got it out the net. And it'll be Springville point.
Boy, great effort there by Skyridge a couple of times with good digs, but fantastic finish on the other end for the Red Devils.
Greenwood off the top of the block. Loveland sets it up. Maiva, that one over as Greenwood now ties us up at 1. Side out to the Falcons. Perry lobs that one over. Well placed. Great pace on that one, and it's now 2-1 Springville. Fuller sends it over. Perry didn't get a great swing on that one. This one's toward the net. That's a great job there by Kennedy Christensen, keeping that one alive as that one goes into the net from Sammy Perry. And we're tied at 2. Side out, Skyridge.
For Skyridge, number 16, Annie Taylor.
Nice dig there by Springville. Perry gets it over, dug out by Skyridge, nicely done. Go back line, Standiford with the dig. Fuller sets up Taylor. Maivy able to keep that one alive. Sammy Perry dug by Fuller. Christensen goes back line. Setting up Perry. Left hand is blocked. Ellsworth with the block. Side out Skyridge, they lead 3-2.
And you just see a different confidence, and maybe it's the mascot, Dusty. The Skyridge Falcon just showing up here to the state championship match.
Definitely has to be it. Standiford sets up Christensen. Last touch by Sayane Mave. And it's 4-2 Skyridge.
You get the sense that the Falcons are now dialed in. You just see them executing much cleaner. The offense executing well and taking advantage of some of those gaps that we've seen from Springville in the early going.
Backline, Fuller has it. Christensen. That one is not going to be chased down, and now Skyridge with their biggest lead of the match, 5-2.
Interesting. I would have presumed maybe a timeout coming here. I get the sense that with the confidence Skyridge playing with right now, got to do something to try to disrupt them a little bit. Going to try to play through it.
All is wide. Got it over, but it's wide now. Skyridge up 6-2, and for the first time, Springville looking up at Skyridge early in the set. You're watching the 5A state championship. So out of the Springville timeout, it's Skyridge serve. Nice job by Loveland. And Hopkinson able to get that one over. Ellsworth, dug by Maive. Perry, oh, nice effort there by Standiford. Taylor touched it over, and then Sonny Perry knocked that one out of play. 7-2 Skyridge.
What a job. I think it was Caitlin Standiford who just swung the arm out there one-handed, kept that puppy alive. And continue to see great rhythm from the Falcons here in set number 3.
Set it to the far side. Fuller able to dig it. Christensen with the swing off the block. Skyridge keep this one alive. Taylor goes at the net. Great job of not having a net violation. And it's a point for Skyridge, and now a 6-point lead.
I mean, Dusty, if you combine the last 2 sets, we're what, 15-3 is the run by Skyridge right now?
This is alive. Fuller with the dig. Taylor off the top of the block. Loveland and out on near side. Perry off the block and a point. Sammy Perry with the point. And it stops the bleeding for a moment and side out to the Red Devils.
This is where take a breath and just go back to executing if you're Springville. Don't worry about the score. Try to play within yourself, get into your offense, and execute cleanly.
Perry. Just had to get that one over. Now Taylor with the big swing. And that's off of Skyridge, and it's 9-3. Pardon me, off of Springville, and it's 9-3 Skyridge. Here's Taylor, and it could not be handled by Loveland. And how about the Falcons? Now lead by 7. They got all the momentum, Dane.
Yeah. It just looks totally different than it did for really the first set and 3/4. I mean, this looks like the Skyridge team that was in Region 8 all year long.
Ellsworth on the serve. So he's right at the net, and now we got to have a net violation. Yeah, she's going right at it. Timeout on the floor, 11-3. Skyridge leads in the 5A championship. Eight-point lead for Skyridge in set number 3. Perry. Nicely done to track that one down by Ellsworth. Taylor sends it over. Loveland. And now the Sonny Perry with the swing. And she gets the point. It felt like in this set that, because the first 2 sets, everything ran to Sonny Perry. This set has been going the other side, and Sammy Perry's been seeing a lot of the swings. I think you go back and just feed number 11. Standiford's quick set. Ellsworth is long. And again, I just watched Coach Williams to see what she thinks happens.
Right. You know, Dusty, this is kind of a big point in this game, right? Kind of the fork in the road. And how's this one going to end? I don't know that Skyridge has to win set number 3, but I think that it's got to be close for them to have a shot in 4 and 5 if they were to lose this one. A nice string of points being put on here by the Red Devils. They can get back to within, 3 or 4 here and continue to kind of chip away at this. They can get back in this third set.
Nice set or serve by Perry, but even better swing by Taylor. Annie Taylor with another point, and it's a 6-point lead inside out to Skyridge.
And not much Sonny Perry can do on that one. That comes right at her and low, and does a great job just to be able to get the wrists on that, but to control it is a whole other task you're asking.
Sammy Perry with the nice swing, dug out. Maybe Sammy again here. And net violation on Skyridge. So a point goes to Springville, and it's 12-7, side out to the Red Devils. Nice scramble there by Skyridge. That one off the top of the block. Christensen with the swing, and she's long. 4-point match or 4-point set once again. It'll be Springville on the serve. Oh, nice dig there by Loveland. Maivay able to get it over. Great dig by Greenwood. Maivay sends it over. Christensen. Now Taylor. Dug by Perry. Maivay. Dug by Fuller. Taylor. Long. This is getting fun.
Just like that, Dusty, we've got set number 3. What a run by Springville.
Timeout on the floor. Skyridge leads 12-9. Springville on a run. Twelve to 9 the lead. Now 12-10. As the Red Devils, who were trailing, Dane, I believe it was 12 to.
I think it was 11-3.
11-3.
It's a funny game, ain't it, Monty?
Yep. Taylor sent back by Springville and a point. An 8-1 run. And Springville within a point.
I mean, the building feels a little deflated if you're wearing orange and gray, Dusty.
They got some soul searching to do here. Looking for 13 points to take the lead in this match, and there's the first step toward it. Taylor getting that done, and it's now 13-11.
A big play there by the young sophomore, Annie Taylor. Continue to mention, Dusty, I think she's been the strongest for Skyridge on the offensive side. And when they've had success, it's been other outside hitters and middle block coming through on the offensive end. She's now out on substitution. Who's going to step up for Skyridge offensively?
Maivay sent back, and that's a point for Skyridge. Nice job on the middle block there. Kirsty Strong and Greenwood. So back up 3 points here for Skyridge. As Lexi Greenwood puts that one in play. And a double hit. Oh no, net violation. So a point to Springville. I missed that one.
Well, we've had a lot of those in this match, haven't we?
You certainly have. You can't get in the net, can't step underneath it. And normally they're fairly noticeable. Nice job by Fuller getting down on that one. Greenwood touches over. They brings it near side. Swing from Greenwood and a point for Skyridge. Go back up by 3.
Great placement there on the hit from Greenwood. I think the Springville defense either lost track or just knew they were beat, kind of turned around, and not much of a contest there. Fantastic job by Skyridge.
Fuller on the serve, and she's long. And that'll put Sane Maive on the service line. And she's long, so we're trading just like we did at the beginning of the match. Trading service errors and back up the 3-point advantage. And that one is long on the kill. And now back up the 4-point lead here for the Falcons. As it'll put Standiford on the service line.
Some good discipline. I mean, I never played high school volleyball, Dusty, but whenever I was with friends, I was always the one sticking their big paw out there to disrupt balls that were going to be going long.
It's a hard read.
Yeah.
Big swing from Christensen. And now a commanding 5-point advantage, 18-13 Skyridge.
But a nice response after Springville closed it within 2. Falcons trying to put away this third set.
It was 12-11. And net violation. And point to Skyridge. As they're about ready to take the third set of 5, or pardon me, 4th set of 5 on this one. Looking for that 2-1 lead. Standiford, great ball handling there. And Maive able to get that one to the floor. Pardon me, no, that was Callista Strong.
She'll head back to serve here, and Springville needs her to be sharp.
And that one's in, just snuck in on the ace. Went to the dark spot there. Think she'll do it again. Christensen blocked. Try to send it back and got it. Ellsworth with the point. And now Skyridge 5 points away from taking a 2-1 set lead.
Skyridge ready to pounce on that one. Springville didn't handle it as well as they would have liked to have. Left that open, wide open, and Skyridge with the side out.
And then does not handle the serve. And it's an ace for Chelsea Greenwood. What does Springville have in them? And it's long. And one way to keep yourself from touching it is just go down.
Right.
Because I don't think she tripped. I think she meant to like, hey, just get away from it.
Yeah, yeah.
See if Springville has a run in them. Trailing by 5. Christensen goes back line, dug by Loveland. Perry sent back by Taylor, and Ellsworth is a point to Springville. Ellsworth pled her case, and it was not heard. Loveland on the serve. Goes at co-libero there with Fuller. Taylor's long. And now a 3-point game.
Another run being put on here by the Red Devils.
Remember in that second set, it was 21-18 Springville. Skyridge came back and took the set 26-24. Taylor blocked at the net. Fuller will send it over. Need a good pass. There's going to be backline here from Perry. Dug by Greenwood. Christensen with a nice swing. He sent here. Perry blocked and sent back. And it's a side out to Skyridge. 22-18.
Boy, huge play there by the Falcons, Dusty. I mean, Springville setting it up. And you get a point there, bring it back to within 2. Instead, the side out, and Skyridge with a chance to put away set number 3.
Alice Ellsworth on the serve. And that one just got mishandled into the Bermuda Triangle, if you will, the defense. And it's now side out to Springville, trailing by 3.
Everyone backing away from that one. An important side out for Springville.
Sonny Perry on the serve. And a violation. A legal rotation on Skyridge. And Springville now down 22-20.
We talked about unforced errors and talked about it early in set number 1. That one huge for Skyridge. Free point, just given up.
Great serve by Perry. Swing from Christensen right through the defense. And it's 23-20. Side out, Springville, or pardon me, Skyridge. Looking for set point. And there it is. Nice job on the block. Kirsty Strong and Ellsworth. Set point, Skyridge. Perry sent back. Bring her right back to her. Perry again, and she doesn't get it. And Skyridge takes a 2-1 set lead. Heading to the 4th set. Skyridge looking for a championship in the 5A state championship game.
Once again, a reminder to remain in your seats when we have our post-match Deseret Blues Team Trophy presentation. Do not come onto the floor. Spectators will be allowed on the court following the awards. Thank you.
The fourth set coming up, and the Skyridge faithful chanting one more set. They win it, they'll bring home the state championship. Springville trying to force a fifth set to 15. And the first point is wide as Skyridge will start 1-0 at set number 4. Heady play, but kept alive here by Skyridge. Goes back corner and got it. Wouldn't matter. They call a net violation. Wouldn't matter. That ball was in. Go far side. Ibe dug out. Fuller. Christensen trying to get, or pardon me, Greenwood trying to get to that one and can't. Side out to Springville. An early 2-1 lead here for the Falcons. Saane Maive up with the service line. Big swing and dug out by Loveland. And then mishandled. It is now 3-1 Skyridge.
Substitution number 16, Anna Taylor.
As Taylor will come on in favor of Lexi Greenwood. There will be Sonny Perry with the swing. Fuller back line now from Greenwood. Dug out by Loveland. Perry sends it over. Taylor. And we got a net violation, and a point will go to Skyridge. Dane just like that. 4-1 start here for the Falcons.
You know, one of the tough things, Dusty, I mean, we talk about, you know, the grittiness of Springville, and, you know, it's been a little unorganized, but the scrappiness that they've brought to this match, and right now it's leading a little bit to their undoing. Skyridge able to set up and execute offensively, and every time it feels like Springville just doing what they can to try to hold on and never actually able to get in the flow or any offensive set, and it's a big reason why Skyridge has had success these last 2 or 3 sets.
Got that one through as well. Skyridge now 5-1. Timeout, Springville. 5A championship match right here on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. Out of the timeout, Springville trying to right the ship. Christensen got that one on Loveland, and now a commanding 6-1 lead.
Boy, that one just came right up on her. Not a lot she can do there. And Skyridge, Dusty, looking like the Region 8 champion.
They're saying we're not bountiful. Talk about last year, Box Elder had lost every set to Bountiful in the regular season, got to the championship match and took care of business. And now after the double hit violation, it's 7-1 Skyridge. And this fourth set quickly has gone orange and gray.
I was going to say, with the way that, set number 2 went, 3 went? I don't know, one of them. You have a sense that Skyridge understands you got to keep the foot on the pedal, right?
Yeah. And Taylor puts that one away. So Skyridge now 8-2.
Love the consistency that we've seen today from Annie Taylor. She's been fantastic all match long for the Falcons.
Loveland gets it over. Nice swing. Perry has that one dug out. Now Taylor. Might be able to get to that one. Now Sonny Perry has to send it over. Maivy with the dig. Perry. Left hand right back at her. It was Taylor and Strong combining for the block. 9-2 Falcons.
And that may be a little representative of what's happened over the last set or so, Dusty. I mean, give a lot of credit to Perry for going up, but the block comes right back at her, and Skyridge has just shown some great resolve here in the late sets. They've been able to push this lead up now.
Perry takes that one off the block and goes out of play. 9-3. Side out to the Red Devils. They've got to get on a run. Do not want to be trying to get in a run. We saw earlier in the 6-8 match. It was 23-8 or something like that, and it was a 7-2 run or something like that to close it out. 10-3 now, Skyridge. As the Falcons were down 21-18 in the second set. Looked like they were going to go down 2-0. Came back to win that set 26-24, and they have not looked back. Heads up play there by Standiford. She's done that a few times tonight. None bigger than that one as this lead continues to grow for the Falcons.
Feeling like they're starting to get on autopilot. That offense we talked about, I mean, particularly the last two sets, has been crisp and clean and has executed incredibly well.
They're starting to feel it. 11-4. Quick set and buried. Kirsty Strong has done a lot on the block, and that time gets an emphatic kill right down the middle of the floor. 12-4 Skyridge. And a nice swing from the outside and a little bit of a momentum killer there. Springville able to get the point and the side out. 12-5.
And we've seen Springville put together runs. Dusty, I mean, even 3 points here would go a long way towards keeping them here in set number 4.
There's Avery Pritchard with that kill as she promptly comes off the floor. And net violation, or rotation violation. So now a point to Springville, and it's 12-6.
Now some question around what that rotation is supposed to be. I think it's sorted out.
Forward with the dig. Back line. And no way Loveland was getting to that one. 13-6, side out Skyridge.
When you've just seen Skyridge locate much better, I mean, the last two sets, Dusty, the accuracy has gone up on some of their hits and really attacked Springville relentlessly.
Maivy gets that one to go down. Springville hanging around. Side out to the Red Devils, trailing by 6. That's where the rally scoring change in high school volleyball has changed a lot of things. Back in the day, having to get the side out and then get your points, it was so hard to come back. And now it's just a different game. As that one goes off the hands of Maivy, and it's 14-7 Skyridge.
In libero, number 5, Sage London for the Red Devils.
In only their third year, Skyridge has become a power in so many sports. And net violation on Springville. But Dane, I mean, we saw the football team made the state championship game last year. The baseball team made the state championship game this year. Or pardon me, they got the semifinals. And then you look at the soccer team had a good fall. You get the football team in the semifinals again, looking to get back to the championship game. And now the volleyball team. What a quick growth of Skyridge athletics.
Yeah, I mean, Dusty, they've become a force in pretty much every sport you can think of.
Another timeout for Springville. You're watching the 5A state championship. (16-7). Springville has spent both their timeouts here in this set. They have to go the rest of the way as we've got a lift. Double hit there. 17-7 now, Skyridge.
Dusty, you were talking about how good Skyridge sports have become. And I mean, you have a football team that last year upset who many thought would win the state championship and is on pace to, well, will return to Rice Eccles. Whether they'll get a second game there or not, the Roy Royals going to try to disrupt that. But when you talk about basketball, they've been solid. In basketball, obviously the volleyball's been a power. Mentioned soccer, baseball. I mean, it is, I don't want to say that it's rare, but for such a new school to have such success across the board really does speak to the administration and their support of athletics and finding and hiring and keeping great coaches around.
As that one goes off the block and down for Christensen. The only one I can think of outside of maybe Corner Canyon has gone pretty well, but they just barely won their first state championship, is Snow Canyon in their mid-90s, won a football championship in their second year. Yeah. The baseball team was on par. Everything was moving forward that quickly. And that's really what Skyridge is looking like right now. I mean, they have become, just pencil it in, no matter what the sport is, you can say Skyridge is going to be a factor.
Well, and one of the things that's really helped them, I mean, that's been the area of growth, right, in Salt Lake and Utah County. So a bunch of new move-ins and obviously a lot of talent there and a huge student population. But, I mean, you know, you think what, Ridgeline won a basketball state championship their first year, right? And I think that was the first time that had been done.
Took Mountain Crest starting five and put it.
Right. But I mean, you look at across the board, they didn't go dominate every sport that they were in. And I mean, you mentioned Corner Canyon. I think that's fair, but Corner Canyon's in what, their 8th year? No, 2012, right? 2012. So their 6th year. So Skyridge only been around half as long, and I mean, I would say they've been as good as the Chargers.
Beat them last year in the football tournament. So that one goes long, and it's 20-9. Skyridge 5 points away from claiming their first volleyball championship. But it just goes to say, like you said earlier, it's the administration, but not only that, it's getting the coaching, it's getting all the things put together to go do what they've done. And it's impressive. And you could be seeing them going up to 6A. We'll see how realignment goes. Big swing and through. Everybody getting into this act now. That is Julia T. How am I going to jump into that one?
You know, Dusty, you mentioned the prospect of 6A. That wouldn't surprise me. I mentioned earlier, you know, I did that game against PG. They were in that. I mean, they lost that 3-1, but a couple of those sets could have gone their way. certainly, I mean, they won a set and did so, you know, in pretty good fashion. This is a team that, look, I don't know that they're going to go beat Lone Peak next year. But if they were in 6A, do I have them in the top 5? Yeah, I do. And I think this is a team that would fit in quite well.
And that's 2 straight points to Sui Siena. And Skyridge 3 points away now. And we had a double hit violation. And it's now 22-10. Big swing and a point. Christensen. They're 2 points away. Christensen will be on serve as Cuff will rotate in. Pardon me, no, it's 23. Caitlin Rupp. Christensen serve. A good one. Springville able to scramble to keep that one alive. Big swing, dug by Loveland. At the net. Fuller kept it alive at the net. Now got to track it down in the backcourt. Fuller sends it over. Maivay sends it far court. Big swing and blocked by Skyridge. Another one, and it's long. Championship point for Skyridge.
Skyridge, this is set and match point.
Looking for their first volleyball championship. Perry blocked, and that's it. Skyridge comes back after dropping the first set to take the next 3 and takes it 25-10. Your queens of 5A volleyball, the Skyridge Falcons.
What a match, Dusty. You look at Skyridge, and I mean, Springville, give them a lot of credit. They had to go through some tough tests to get here to the state championship match and came out, played really well in that first set, had a nice lead in the second set. But boy, that run to close down set 2 and start set 3, I think really changed the tone of this match. And Skyridge, like they've done all year long in Region 8, coming through when they needed it, coming up with big plays. Congratulations to the Skyridge Falcons on the state championship.
Who you got as our Utah Army National Guard player of the game?
Boy, that's tough, Dusty. I don't even know if I want to go there. I got about a half dozen that I can mention. I'm going to go, and feel free, Dusty, to add one here. I'm going to go Annie Taylor. I think she was consistent from the start. Was their offense when the offense wasn't really clicking? I think she was consistent throughout, and I thought she had a fantastic game, the sophomore, in helping deliver Skyridge their first volleyball state championship.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'd go with her or Christensen, but it doesn't matter. They're bringing home the trophy. Congratulations to Skyridge, the 2018 5A volleyball champions. Congratulations to Springville on a great year, a great run, but it is Skyridge bringing home the championship. For Ryan Rasmussen, Dane Stewart, Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching the 2018 5A Girls Volleyball Championship on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. We'll see you at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
We conclude the ceremonies with the awarding of the state championship trophy by Executive Director Rob Cuff of the UHSAA to the Skyridge Falcons. Awarding the Volleyball Championship trophy on behalf of the Utah High School Activities Association, thanks to the staff of Utah Valley University. We salute North American gratitude for assistance in presenting this trophy.